Back in July of 2022, I was working at a tutoring center. I was tutoring a kid in AP chemistry, and one day he was looking at a chart of the periodic table that had the rarity of the elements on there, and it caught my eye that bismuth was almost as rare as gold. So as soon as I left work, I went online to see how to buy bismuth, and I bought a 10-pound bar. And a couple days later, when the bar came in the mail, I thought to myself, gee, I could just keep buying this stuff that's almost as rare as gold. And one day, uh, it doesn't take much money to corner the market in this stuff. I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm going to be like the Hunt brothers. And I could already see myself doing it. I had only bought 10 pounds, and I had only learned about bismuth just that day. And already I could see myself being a billionaire. Now, I often didn't get along with all of my colleagues at work. And when I thought about that one day I'm going to become a billionaire, it made it a lot easier to swallow. When I had a bad day at work, when my boss said something that I didn't like to hear, when I had difficulties with relationships, when I had setbacks, when I got COVID-19 and felt terrible from it, when I had all of those things became a lot easier to swallow when I thought about the idea that I was going to become a billionaire one day. So I like to think of it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If I keep thinking I'm going to become a billionaire and it allows me to swallow all of these events, the probability of me becoming a billionaire probably goes up when that happens, right? And so it's a weird it's a weird loop of thoughts, right? Now, I love watching the Peter Schiff show. I've emailed Peter Schiff on a number of occasions asking him about his opinion on strategic metals. And I know he probably won't approve of them, but I love to see the reason why. Unfortunately, he's never talked about it on the show. He's never brought. He did mention that he doesn't like platinum and palladium, so I would imagine just how much less he would like bismuth, right? And but anyways, I would so much love to hear him rave about it, about how it's the stupidest thing in the world, just like Bitcoin. But I love to hear the reason behind it because then I can see what about it. And I love Peter Schiff so much, I decided to copy his opening theme. So many years ago, when I first started watching Peter Schiff, his opening would come up and he would say, "The Peter Schiff Show." And the first couple of times I heard it, I thought, gee, that sounds a lot like Peter Shit Show. And so I decided to copy his opening theme. And at first, this was about a year ago, I decided that saying shit wasn't enough. I needed to flip off at the camera. So I went bum 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 bum. The Peter Shit Show. I started doing that. And so I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Even to this day, I cannot do that without breaking out into laughter. And at first, I got a lot of viewers, but then I started getting a lot of dislikes. And within a couple days of swinging my middle finger on the screen, I got hundreds and hundreds of dislikes. And at first, it was very upsetting. It was very upsetting. And I thought, gee, if I'm going to start getting dislikes, maybe I should shoot for being the most disliked channel on YouTube. And so I started swinging this finger, Peter Dislike. Now, my middle name just happens to be Peter. And oftentimes I talk about sensitive subjects anyway, like Hunt Brothering the metals, politics, about long COVID, about being not accepted for being single and all that. And so I decided to call my channel the Peter Dislike Show after that. And again, when I'm having a bad day, and I think about one day I'm going to be famous for having 1 million dislikes on my YouTube channel, it just helps me get through the day, right? Every night when I go to sleep, when I have trouble sleeping, and I think to myself, once I fall asleep, I'll be one day closer to becoming a billionaire or becoming the most disliked channel on YouTube. It really puts me to sleep. It really does. It really does. Anyway, I'm going to be a billionaire soon. I don't know if it's going to be from Hunt Brothering the bismuth market, but I'm going to be a billionaire someday. Who'd figure with the dislikes? Oh yeah, I was at a park one day and I was recording a Peter Dislike show. I think it was live as well, and this mother had brought her 7-year-old son to the park, and I was swinging dislikes, and I was going Peter Dislike show over and over again, and I think I was talking very angrily about somebody as well, maybe a coworker or a boss or a former boss, and the mom was very upset. She said, "My 7-year-old is here. I mean, you're just screaming about somebody you dislike," and she was very upset about that. But yeah, I'm gonna be very heavily disliked, and after I die, I want my tombstone to be made in the shape of a dislike, and I want it to be made of whatever metal is really undervalued at the time. Right? Today it would be bismuth, but on the day I die, it actually could be gold. I suspect 100 years from now, all the metals will be very rare, and we'll just have a big stockpile of gold because of how much we recycle it. We'll be out of bismuth, out of copper, out of zinc, out of tellurium, and we'll just have a big pile of gold. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.